Yes, sir.
Pars ولا ثلاث نونة شل جيش دوش جيش برش وش هتبي
بنك شغل على بنك ما بجي
On March 28, 2018, two arms companies Polish and Nigerian announced that Nigeria would begin manufacturing Beryl rifles under a technology transfer agreement, Janes reported. It is a pretty good deal for the Polish Armaments Group, a holding company that controls Fabryka Broni, the rifle's Radom-based manufacturer. The Nigerian army is one of the few countries in the world outside of Poland to field the Beryl. Lithuania is the other, which has them in limited service, and there are a handful reportedly in the hands of the Afghan army. Nigeria has at least 2,000 of the rifles. Poland, by comparison, has more than 80,000 as it is the Polish Army's standard service rifle. Now is a good time to get familiar with the Beryl. If Nigeria can manufacture its own, it can export them. The Beryl is also an interesting rifle with Cold War origins and which has undergone several changes in the decades since to make Polish rifles compatible with standardized Western ammunition and modern accessories. In short, the Beryl is like an AK-47, except that it fires 5.56 x 45mm rounds, the standard NATO cartridge, instead of the 7.62 x 39mm and 5.45 x 39mm rounds which were standard in the Warsaw Pact. During the Cold War, the Soviet-backed Polish People's Republic manufactured its own versions of Russian weapons, including the Tantal, the Beryl's predecessor. The Polish arms industry produced several Eastern Bloc variant weapons, including the P-83 one-ad pistol, which fires the same cartridge as the Soviet Makarov and outwardly resembles it. Today, the one-ad is sometimes carried by civilians in the United States and is still, apparently, in limited service with some Polish police. The Tantal was the Polish version of the AK-47, or more precisely, the AKM variant developed in the 1950s. One distinctive feature of the Tantal is the folding metal stock, designed to help absorb the recoil from launching rifle grenades. The Tantal came late in the Cold War, with the Polish army adopting it in 1989 just as communism was collapsing. 8 years later, the Polish army began switching over to the Beryl. While mechanically similar to the Tantal, the Beryl was a new rifle with largely new components to accommodate the 5.56mm NATO round. The flash hider around the muzzle can launch rifle grenades, and like the Tantal there is a foldable metal stock, at least on the original version. In the following years, Poland has developed several more variations with a fixed stock, and another with a folding composite stock. A hands-on review from the Military Arms channel described the Beryl as extremely accurate and reliable on top of the already well-regarded reliability of the AK-47 and its many dozens of variants. One problem for sport shooters: the Beryl is hard to get, and relatively expensive. Nigeria, however, should soon have more of these modern and considerably rugged AK variants.
Пошел, за мной! Пошел! Ниже, ниже.
Toți? Toți. 2, 3, 5. Gata, fi!
Yeah, I've got roaming patrols going out into the woods over there, but about every half an hour or so over.
Yeah.
More like 150 meters on the left.
All right, so right that way.
We will be firing the AK and the PK.
Build rapport with them, and hopefully it'll help them become successful in the long run.
This is what Marines signed up to do. We've been given a task to go out and support the Afghans and help them ensure that they're prepared for anything that comes their way when it comes to their enemies. So we're ready to do that. We have a responsibility to them to continue to support.